Hello, fellow Murdlers. Today is Tuesday, September 10th, 2024, and it's a great day to solve a murder. Today we have the murder that was amongst herbs and flowers murder, and we have 6 3x3 grids with suspects, motives, locations, and weapons. Our red murder clue today is the body was found in the quaint garden. So we can go ahead and put our where today as the quaint garden, and you can use our clues and evidence and our detective's notebook to figure out who was in the quaint garden, what weapon they brought, and why they committed the crime. All right, let's go ahead and meet today's suspects. We have Deacon Verdigris, Grandmaster Rose, and Judge Pine. The weapons today are an antique flintlock, a knitting needle, and yarn. The locations today are the town square, the manor house, and the quaint garden. And finally, our motives today are to silence a witness, to rob the victim, and to hide an affair. All right, let's check out our clues and evidence. Whoever wanted to rob the victim was clearly holding a medium weight weapon. All right, let's check out which weapon or weapons are medium weight. The antique flintlock is medium weight, and the knitting needle and yarn are both lightweight. So that means that the antique flintlock, which lucky for us is the same icon here so we don't get confused, very nice. The antique flintlock's motive is to rob the victim, so we have that there. Yarn was found outdoors, so let's check out our locations. We have outdoors, indoors, and outdoors. So we can just eliminate the manor house for yarn. Whoever was in the town square was right-handed. Okay, let's check out our suspects. We have left-handed, and right-handed. So Judge Pine must have been in the town square. Either Deacon Verdigris brought a knitting needle, or Judge Pine brought a knitting needle. Oh, okay, this is kind of interesting. So since these are the same, the only thing we can really infer from this off the top here is that Grandmaster Rose definitely did not bring a knitting needle because it has to be one of these two. A little different for our typical either or clues, but still that's, I think, what we get from there. And Grandmaster Rose did not want to silence a witness. Okay. Let's see. Grandmaster Rose did not want to silence a witness. All right. Next, we have an anagram, GSV. This is going to be the, so this is one we see a lot. Pretty sure this is keyed on a Z. Yeah, I think this is like was. Okay, so the person who wanted to, so this is going to be, yeah, because we've got A, wanted to, and this is going to be a motive here. I think this is going to be hide an affair. Yeah, you see these two U's here. That's the AFF. Okay. Was in the... Let's see. A... And then this is E. Okay, manor house. Must be the manor house. So we're going to flip this one, I think. Yeah, the person who wanted to hide an affair was in the manor house. Okay. So for hiding an affair, we say they were in the manor house. And this is kind of a fun one. I don't think we've got a lot to go on here. So let's see what we can figure out. Okay, so we know that the motive associated with the manor house cannot be to rob the victim with the antique flintlock. So we can eliminate that option because we know the motive is to hide an affair. So it's in this column, not this one, for instance. So that leaves just the knitting needle as the weapon for the manor house. So whomever was in the manor house had the knitting needle and wanted to hide an affair. So we can put that in here as well. So that means that whoever wanted to silence a witness was somebody who had yarn. So that's not going to be Grandmaster Rose because we know Grandmaster Rose did not want to silence a witness. That must mean that Grandmaster Rose had the antique flintlock. And if Grandmaster Rose had the antique flintlock, Grandmaster Rose was not in the manor house and therefore must have been our murderer today in the quaint garden. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in real quickly. We've got Grandmaster Rose with the antique flintlock in the quaint garden, and we still don't... Oh, yeah, we do because we know it's to rob the victim. That's the one with the antique flintlock. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so to rob the victim. So I'm going to go ahead and flip these over. But before we see if we're right, I'm just going to take a moment because we've still got a lot to figure out here. So let's just look at the ones we can tell right away. We've got Deacon Verdigris must have been in the manor house. And let's see, do we have the item yet for the manor house? I don't think so, but for the town square, which is where Judge Pine was, we know that we have the yarn. So that must mean that the knitting needle was in the manor house. And that is with the motive to hide an affair. And for Judge Pine, the motive is to silence a witness. Okay, so there is everything all filled out. And again, coming back, we've got Grandmaster Rose with an antique flintlock in the quaint garden to rob the victim. Let's go ahead and see if we were right. All right, we were right. Thanks so much for playing along with me today. I hope this was a helpful walkthrough, and we'll see you tomorrow.